Hello and welcome to another episode of Ted's 10, the series in which I, a guy called Ted, give you my top 10 things of a thing. Yeah, simple, much like you, dear viewers, watching this video to the end and pressing that lovely like button. Okay, what's white associated with a lot of red and plays damn good blues? Yes, you're right, the white stripes. Today I am counting down what I think are the 10 best White Stripes songs. I find myself getting into so many arguments about this band because so many people don't really take them seriously. I don't understand because at their best they were bloody amazing. I think at the turn of the century there were many rap bands, the Strokes, the Hives, the XX, the generic rap band trying to be quirky, and they got lumped in with just another one of them. But they are so much more than that. And yes, I do feel that after the fourth album they got a bit too quirky, but this list focuses on their first 4 albums to hopefully show you they make bloody brilliant music. Plus, so many people seem to hate on Meg White and try to just ignore the fact that Meg's TikTok drumming is part of their sound. She's not a technically wonderful drummer, but she suits the White Stripes perfectly. That's who they are. I don't get the hate. Anyway, here are my top 10 White Stripes songs. At number 10 is I Just Don't Know What to Do with Myself. In these lists, I generally don't include covers, but I had to make an exception because the White Stripes were exceptional at doing covers. They could simultaneously pay sublime tribute to a great song while making it sound totally theirs, and this cover of Dusty Springfield's big hit was definitely no exception. You've got Jack's quite high, almost whimsical vocals which cuts through the thrashing drums and heavy guitar. The big echoey, well, kind of one-man band type sound here could almost be something Billy Bragg would do, and it's wonderful. Also, you've got this great wise and full feel to the song, the verse is quite sedate. Jack picking away, bit of distortion, but not that heavy, not playing any chords. Then by the chorus it gets much heavier and thrashier. This is a superb cover. Okay, at number 9 is Hotel Yorba, the second track from the third album, White Blood Cells. Hotel Yorba is an example of the White Stripes at their simplistic, quirky best. This is just a kind of charming, perfect sing-along song, really. It will have you getting up and chanting along with it. You can see like a one-man band guy playing it on the street, and it's all the better for it. A charming song, if ever there was one. Okay, at number 8 now is Dead Leaves and the Dirty Ground. The opening track to the third album, White Blood Cells, is quite a perfect opener. It's really heavy, got the typical Megward thrashing beat, but as well as that, it's also wonderfully charming. I just love the contrast of Jack's unhingedness and how it comes through, and then you mix that with Megward's very simplistic TikTok drumming, and it's just perfect. On a track like this, you can hear just how good Jack is at filling in all the sound with his one guitar. He can alternate between strumming, arpeggios, and heavy power chords just so easily, and makes for the most wonderful yet simplistic music. A definite number 8. Okay, at number 7 is Ball and Biscuit. This is also from their fourth album, Elephant, and to me, I think Elephant showed them starting to get a bit more mainstream. There was, of course, the slightly cheesy Seven Nation Army on that album, and although they still didn't have any bass guitar, the sound started to get more bassy and a bit richer, which I thought was pushing against their original ethos. That said, the album has some wonderful tracks, and this 8-minute blues epic is no exception. With an opening line like, "It's quite possible I'm your third man, girl, but it's a fact that I'm the seventh son," you just know that Jack is using the song to throw at every blues cliche he can, but luckily he has the chops to make it one badass piece of music. It's sinister sounding, it's heavy, and as with a lot of Wide Stripe songs, you get this wonderful wise and full feel where Jack lays off the distortion at first, then you got this manic slide-based solos where Jack absolutely loses it and Meg is just giving it everything on the crash cymbal. This is some wonderful heavy blues. Okay, at number 6 is Suzy Lee. This cut of the first album is quite similar to Bull and Biscuit in that it is another blues epic, but I preferred, I think the more understated production on this album works better. In fact, I wasn't gonna include it because it's that traditional sounding. I just assumed it was a cover of an old blues track. It's songs like this that just prove to you that Jack really knows his blues, and to write a song like this on his first album, he must be quite a scholar. With an opening line like, "There's a story I would like to tell. The problem is it's one you know too well." You just know this is an almighty blues song. And I decided to put this above Bull and Biscuit because lyrically it's less cliched. I mean, Bull and Biscuit is superb, but you just know it's someone trying to write a blues song in the modern day, whereas this could easily be a traditional ballad. It's that good. And at number 5 is You've Got Her in Your Pocket. As we've established, there's generally not much subtle about the White Stripes sound, so the lovely, tranquil, acoustic and Meg Whiteley's song from the Elephant album really stands out, and it's just beautiful. It's sung from the perspective of a guy talking to another guy who he thinks is leading an abusive relationship, and you don't normally get that kind of sensitivity in songs sung by men. For starters, men seem to be generally too scared to sing about other men for fear of sounding gay. I don't know, but that already marks the song out. Nobody ever told you it was the wrong way to trick a woman and make her think she did it her way. Again, this definitely isn't forgiving the guy's abusive behaviour, but it's emphasising with it, looking at the source of why this guy singing to acts like this, and I think this lyrically is such a sensitive, complex song, backed up by a wonderful tune and some lovely acoustic guitar. This is a lovely, lovely song. At number 4 is Do. Another take from the understated, brilliant debut album. In fact, I should have had this on my debut albums list, but never mind. This is another really sensitive song where Jack is again showing his vulnerable side. Well, someone walked up to me, but I didn't know what to do. You get the feeling Jack is slightly unhinged, and he's a very vulnerable character, which is why the kind of partnership with the walk that is Meg White works so well musically, and I guess Meg gives him emotional stability, which is why I think they work so well as a duo. Or should I say duo? Oh, never mind. But this again is a wonderful song. Jack just casually riffing away in a beautifully bluesy way. His tone yet again just perfect, and Meg setting a very slow, simple TikTok rhythm the way she does so perfectly. This is another beautiful and sensitive song. The song what an incredible band they really are. And at number 3 is I'm Bound to Pack It Up. This unusually rich and sensitive sounding track from the second album is just beautiful. Apparently, Meg and Jack were a married couple, though elsewhere you read their brother and sister, so I really don't know. But apparently, or allegedly, they divorced just before the second album, but were forced to carry on, so there's quite a bit of despair on the second album, which I think works really well. Lyrically, it's again a really thoughtful song. Just a guy realizing he's at the end of a relationship, not laying any blame on either party, but just saying he's bound to pack it up and move away. You've got the rich sound of an acoustic 12-string strumming away, backed by some very tasteful little improvised parts on an acoustic violin. This kind of reminds me of one of the softer tracks by Led Zeppelin, like say Going to California, and I guess there's a similar feel of despair and wanting to start again in both songs. I just think this again is a wonderfully deep, rich piece of music that shows just how talented Jack White is. Okay, at number 2 is You're Pretty Good Looking for a Girl. Where if the second album Distilled does mark Jack and Meg splitting up as a romantic couple, you definitely wouldn't get that idea from the opening track. This simplistic and quirky walking 1 minute 50 opener is just absolutely majestic and kind of makes me think of teenage kicks. This track is just so sweet, unassuming, childlike, and actually thinking of the lyrics, you're pretty good looking for a girl. It could be a school child singing it to another school child, though not in a weird way. That will be wrong. You can sing along with the sweet, coy lyrics while play air guitar at the same time. What more could you want in a song? Well, maybe one thing more, because that's coming next. And my number 1 best White Stripes song is Offence in Every Way. This track from the 3rd album is just incredible in so many ways. The White Stripes sounding like no other band could. Though, having said that, Jack's guitar tone, especially on this track, clearly owes a lot to Neil Young, which, as you know, is no bad thing in my books. The song's based around the simple but absolutely majestic melody with a strong question and answer feel to it. The melody first played on guitar, then sung, and throughout the song you get a mixture of instrumental verses and sung verses, and lyrically it's Jack singing about what he sings about best, like struggling to fit into society, what it is to be a man, and whether he is that. Like lyrics like, I'm coming through the door, but they're expecting more of an interesting man, but how much can I think? It's just really insightful and again shows Jackson bearing everything, and I think lyrically the song is incredible, and of course musically with a tone that sounds so much like my man Neil Young, and this great melody slash riff. I think this is a monster of a song, showing you just what an incredible band the White Stripes were, and this is why I have it at #1. Okay, those are my top 10 White Stripes songs. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Will you go and check them out? Why not tell me in the comments? And if you haven't noticed, in all these videos I include Spotify links to every track mentioned, so please look in the description for that. Until next time, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.